Welcome to this hip opening yoga practice where I'll be guiding you through deep stretches that will help you to release both physically and mentally. We'll begin in a supine butterfly, allowing the bottoms of the feet to touch and the knees will fall open, resting the palms on the belly and creating space for your breath. Please feel free to skip or modify anything that does not feel good. And if you have an existing hip injury, check in with your healthcare provider prior to doing this practice. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling fully through the mouth. Hug the right knee into the chest, creating that energy in the right hip. And then roll out the ankle. Begin to gently guide the knee through a few hip circles. We'll go ahead and switch legs, hugging the left knee into the chest. Again, building that energy in the hip and rolling out the ankle a few times. And then taking it through a few of those hip circles, just gently warming up the hips. Hugging the knees into the chest, so both knees this time, maybe rocking it side to side, giving yourself a nice little back massage. From here, coming up into a comfortable seated position. Left leg will come in front of the right foot will rest on the left shin, and then we're just going to tuck those left toes into the right knee crease. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold all the way over, getting a gentle stretch in the right hip. Inhale to slowly lift all the way back up. From here, we'll be coming into our shoelace pose. So tucking the left heel underneath the right glute. And then we'll go ahead and stack the right knee on top of the left and folding over, allowing the forehead to rest on the top knee. If this is a little bit too much on the hips, you can always come back to the pose that we did right before this one. Inhale to slowly lift yourself up. And then this time, the left foot will come to the right shin. Right toes tuck into the left knee crease. And then we'll fold over the legs. With every breath, allowing that left hip to release. Inhale and begin to slowly lift up. We'll go ahead and take our shoelace pose, tucking the right heel underneath the left glute this time. The left knee stacks on top of the right one. And then go ahead and fold, trying to get the forehead to the knee. If that's not possible for you today, you can always prop yourself up on the palms. You have the option to come into a more gentle variation. On your next inhale, begin to lift yourself up. And then from here, go ahead and plant the feet in front of you. You can take it to the edges of the mat. And rocking the knees from side to side, rolling over the glutes. Taking a few windshield wipers. Allow both of the knees to fall over towards the left. The left shin will come parallel to the left side of your mat, keeping the left foot placed on top of the right knee. You're going to face towards the back of your mat and begin to fold over the left thigh. Taking our deer pose, you can stay lifted on the forearms, or you can drop the head towards your mat, whatever feels best. Again, this could be a little bit intense on the hip, so just stop where you feel comfortable. As you inhale, allow the belly to expand against the thigh. Slowly releasing and lifting all the way back up. We'll switch sides, this time facing the front of your mat. Right knee will come parallel to the side of the mat. Placing the right foot on top of the left thigh. We'll face towards the front of the mat and begin to fold over. Again, you can stop on the forearms or you can take it all the way down. Feeling the low back release with every breath. And then sending your energy to the right hip. Inhale to lift all the way up, and then we'll transition directly into our pigeon pose on the right side. So taking that right knee towards the front of the mat, you're going to extend the left leg back. Inhale to extend the spine, taking a cobra variation. Exhale to fold, either stopping on the forearms or dropping the head all the way down to the mat. You can stay right here, or you have the option to bring this pose a little bit deeper by sliding the left arm underneath the right, taking a thread the needle variation in our pigeon pose. Wherever you are, we will gently begin to release, coming all the way up onto the palms, and then very slowly sending both of the hips up and back into a down dog, pedaling out through the feet, stretching through the hamstrings, and then sliding that left knee forward, coming into our pigeon pose on the left side. Inhale to take a cobra variation. Exhale to fold. If you'd like to take our thread the needle variation, now's the time to do so. Again, staying where you feel best. This time we're going to take the right arm underneath the left. Forehead or cheek can rest on the mat. On your next inhale, begin to release, slowly making your way up. On your exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back for down dog. Taking one more breath here. Before we drop the knees, allow the big toes to come to touch, sitting back on the heels. The knees will come as wide as the mat. Coming into our wide leg child's pose. Walk the palms forward, relaxing through the shoulders. Inhale into the belly, expanding the low back. As you exhale, imagine pulling the belly button towards the spine. Resting here for one more deep belly breath. Keeping the knees exactly where they are. Inhale to lift. Exhale, dip the hips towards the mat, taking a cobra variation. And from here, slowly sliding down onto your belly, making your way into a prone half frog. Left knee comes parallel to the left hip, and the ankle will be in line with the left knee, so we're coming into a 90-degree angle. You can either rest the cheek on the forearm, or you can begin to extend the left arm towards the right corner of your mat, coming into a little bit of a deeper variation. As you breathe, feel the belly expand against the mat. Slowly sliding the leg to meet the other one. Switching sides, the right knee will come parallel to the right hip this time, forming that 90-degree angle. And again, you can rest the cheek on the forearm, or you can extend the right arm towards the left corner of the mat this time. Taking one more breath here, feeling as the belly lifts you up off of the mat with your inhale. And then exhale to bring yourself back down, feeling a little bit more grounded. From here, we'll roll all the way onto our backs. Planting the feet on the mat, we'll begin in a supine pigeon, so the left ankle will come to the right knee. And then we'll drop that foot over towards the right, making sure that that left knee is facing up towards the ceiling. Again, this could be a little bit intense, so if you'd rather just take a supine spinal twist and stack the knees, feel free to do so. Go ahead and switch feet. So this time the right ankle comes to the left knee. The right foot will fall over towards the left. Right knee is up towards the ceiling. Option to just stack the knees here for a more gentle stretch. Slowly making our way out of our supine twist variation. Extend the left leg and then grab for the outer edge of the right foot, coming into a half happy baby. If this is too much on the hip, you can always just grab for the right knee. Switching legs, extending the right leg out, and then grabbing for the outer edge of the left foot. Again, option to grab for the left knee instead. Sliding both of the feet towards the front of the mat, We're going to prepare for our final pose of the practice, Shavasana. Option to come back into supine butterfly, resting the palms on the belly and taking a minute to check in with the body. Since we tend to store a lot of emotion in our hips, it is completely normal and expected to feel emotional. Take as much time as you need to fully release. You can continue your Shavasana, or you can end here with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Namaste.